IHTN presents
IHTN Sports.
Welcome to Tomahawk Stadium tonight. This is Rob Young with Mike Fruland bringing tonight's first round action of the Ohio High School Lacrosse Association state playoff game against Indian Hill Braves and the Summit Knights. Well, Mike, these two teams met first in the regular season, and the Braves dominated that game.
I'd like to see them come out with an aggressive start and put some goals up on the board tonight. They coming off a tough night against Marymount.
So as the starting lineups come out here, Mike, first half key for the Braves is as always going to be possession game, face off, and their defense playing great defense in front of that great goalie of theirs, Matt Young.
Our face-offs have been very dominant this year, and I believe last time we played Summit was just a few weeks ago. 4 or 5 weeks ago, we dominated the possession of the face-offs in that game.
It was. So as they announced the starting lineup and the goalies head to their respective goals, the Braves are going to be in the west goal. So starting at face-off for the Braves tonight is Sam Markowitz, number 28, going against the Summit face-off guy, number 6, who is Stuart Seltman. So the Braves are hoping to make a run into the state deep again like they did 2 years ago, making it all the way to the state semifinal. These seniors this year were sophomores at the time.
That's a good sign right there. Sam just had a clean sweep on the face-off, and he's moving it right down. Looks like they've got a little position change here. Looks like Jimmy Salamini starting at attack tonight. He's been playing midi most of the season.
He has. So they've done a little bit of a switch up on their offense. We've got Carl Koster coming in on attack with Jimmy Salamini, Ben Frazier, and Austin Schneider. They're running a 4-man set with 2 up top as they bring the ball around. Again, the Braves have been potent when they control the ball.
Oh.
There's a turnover. So we start the first possession with a turnover. The Braves are dropping back into their defensive set. Let's see if they're capable of riding these Silver Knights hard tonight. So the Silver Knights come into the far side of the field into their offensive zone. And it appears the Braves are going to be playing a hybrid zone here. And it looks like we got John Edwards on number 4.
It's Alan Waltz, number 4 for Summit.
Carl Koster on the defense there. The ball's been thrown away. Let's see if Salamini can ride and get that ball. Here we go. Braves on a fast break.
Oh, Finn Quibel comes up with a real nice loose ball.
Let's see if he can keep control of the ball. He's going to quickly pull it out.
Very nice play by Finn Quibel.
Salamini. And the Braves are working their offense in transition here with Frazier bringing the ball behind X.
And
quick shot, no goal, saved by the goalie. So the Braves have got to control possession here. That's been the key to their wins this season. Zach Schneider on the ride there on number 6. And there we go.
Turnover.
The Braves cause another turnover. There we go.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Zach Schneider controlling the ball, bringing it through the box on the far side of the field.
Matt Carrier to Jimmy Salamini. And looked like Jimmy wanted one there, but he probably wisely pulled that back. And
we got to take care of the ball, Braves.
Ball in the dirt. Keep the passes up, guys. Just move it around here and get comfortable.
Braves just need to move the ball around, wind the clock down. Let's see if Carrier can keep control of the ball. He does. Bringing it back out up top. Pass across the field to number 2, Zach Schneider. Schneider shoots
and
scores. What a great shot by Zach Schneider, changing planes, going from high to low and scooting it past the goalie. So the Braves go up here 1-0 at the 9:01 mark. Mike, that's a good sign for the Braves.
I was just going to say, Rob, that's a good sign. We usually don't start with our middies dodging down the alley and scoring our first goals. It's typically all season. It's been coming from our attack or from Carl Koster.
That was a great pass by Matt Carrier. Probably should give him the assist on that for recognizing that Schneider was way open. And as the Silver Knights face-off guy decides to dive for the ball, Silver Knights come up with possession, and we're a little bit in a transition here. And Silver Knights are trying to work it through the middle. Saved by Young. Silver Knights retained possession of the ball, bring it back up top to number 12. I'm sorry, that's number 13. So, Mike, again, our defense has to play tight and cause turnovers and take care of the ball on the clear. That's great defense by the Braves as they knock the ball down from number 6. Can they come up with the ground ball? They're fighting for that ball.
Got to come up with the loose
It's got to be White.
Tonight,
it's got to be White. And it went to Silver Knights, back down on the ground. Oh, no. We've got a player down on the ground. And he's holding his knee. That's Rory Perlman, Sr. on the ground. Had a little bit of a collision there in the middle of the field.
I didn't see the collision. Is he holding his knee, Rob?
He is. Well, this isn't a good sign. Rory picked up the pole last year in the state playoff run for the first time in our regional final against Marymount. Up until that point, he had been a midfielder. Was only his first year playing the game, and he's really stepped up this year to be a leader on the defense. So hopefully this is nothing serious, and hopefully he'll be back for the next game. But it's not looking promising for the rest of the night.
Up and walking off on his own. So
Rory's been fighting some ankle injuries this season, so hopefully it's just a little bit of a strain, and he'll be okay. So we'll resume play here at 7:54 in the first quarter with the Silver Knights with possession. Looks like they're starting on the far side above the box, where the official has his arms up.
I think the Braves need to get a little bit more intense, a little bit more focused on their loose balls, Rob. They don't seem to be coming up with the 50-50
I'm sorry, it's
balls.
ball starting here with number 20 on the near side. Once the official signal clear, and we're back in action. So the Silver Knights are going to take this ball back down, bring it back up top. Carrying it up to number 7. To 13, so they've brought Ryan Mullaney in to play short stick defense for us, and Sam Markowitz up top. We've got Patrick Amato on the near side here against number 9, and it looks like Mitchell Trout is out there as well. Finn Quibel and John Edwards are the defenders right now for the Braves. So one of the things that I'm noticing is that Summit right now is not pushing too hard, which is actually playing into the Braves' favor. As ball down, Young picks the ball up, clears it out to Ryan Mullaney, who's across the 35, the 40, 45, 50, down to the 40, bringing it down the offensive end, getting a touch in the offensive box and dumping it off to Austin Schneider, who's up top, who passes it down to Frazier on the near side, Mike. So that was a great defensive stance for the Braves. They caused the turnover again. Young does a great job of clearing it out through Mulaney, who runs up the field and has been great for him. Salamini with the shot and wide. Ball will remain in Braves possession.
Austin will take it at X, down to Ben Frazier, back to Austin at X. And Ben
Frazier with the goal from Austin Schneider with another assist for the year. Braves go up 2-0 with 6:05 left in the game. You know, I'd really like to see the Braves put 4 or 5 goals on the board here in the first quarter. Flip sides, play great defense in the second quarter, go into the half with a 6 or 7 point lead would be very good for the Braves. So at the face-off for the Braves, Sam Markowitz against number 6 for the Silver Knights. We have Austin Trout in the near wing and Mac Carrier on the far wing. And Markowitz
pops out another one and comes up. Oh, good stick check by number 21.
And the ball's down. Let's see if Mac can get the ball.
That's going to be
out of bounds on the Silver Knights. It'll be Braves ball. So once again, Markowitz is controlling the face-off. Actually, he won the pinch there, popped it out to himself. Picked the ball up, was checked very aggressively by the Silver Knights. And we have Carl Koster, Matt Carrier, Zach Schneider, Jimmy Salamini, Ben Frazier and Austin Schneider, and Carl Koster posting up in the middle. You know, the Braves have shown all year when they're patient with the ball on offense, they're unstoppable. They've got 5 guys out there that can score at will.
I remember in the last game, Carl Koster had a real big game. Oh, and what a beautiful
shot by Ben Frazier with the egg roll by Ben Frazier. Who had the assist on that, Mike?
I'm not positive. It was either Matt Carrier. I don't know who it was that was down there at X. I would think it would be Austin Schneider, which would have been his third, right? If it was him.
I believe so.
I don't know if it was
no,
him.
Matt Carrier had the first assist of the night.
Oh,
and
Matt
that would
did,
be
okay.
If Austin had it, it'd be his second of the night.
It came directly from X, which is usually when Ben's on the wing or at the crease. It's Austin's down there at X.
The Summit faceoff guy is getting very frustrated. He's trying to roll over the stick, and that's a bad turnover by Markowitz there. So let's see if the Braves defense can get the ball back quickly for the Braves. We got Ben Brindamore picking up number 6.
Got a
timeout by the Summit Silver Knights. So here we are, 5:14 left in the first quarter, 3-0 Braves. It's pretty much a repeat of the first game of the season for the Braves and Summit.
Yeah, it is. This is, as I said before, this is about the time when Carl Koster went off and I think had 3 or 4 goals in that game because they started hitting from the outside and from the wing attack, and all of a sudden the middle was open for Carl. I think they may have remembered that because they've been playing that position pretty tight and staying on Carl, and that's when Ben Frazier slid right in to get that quick little pass and shot from whoever it was at X.
So the 2 things I'm noticing very early on here that I hope the Braves will work on, because in the next round of the playoffs they're going to have to be a little crisper, is on that face-off. They're winning the face-off, but they've twice now made 2 turnovers very quickly on just poor passing.
Well, that was a poor pass. The other turnover,
the other one was
I
a
believe,
good check.
was just a great check.
Yeah.
Even so, when you win a face-off clean like that, it sure would be nice to maintain possession of the ball.
Yep, we got to get them to.
I honestly, that's about it. We haven't been real crisp on a lot of the ground balls.
The officials are yelling out to the youth players out there that are playing ball boys today to give them back the ball.
Well, I know both of those guys, and neither one of them are likely to give up the ball that easily.
I was going to say, they know that ball's worth $3 a piece. They're going to try to keep that ball and go home with it tonight, aren't they, Mike?
I've got a lot of them in the back seat of my car.
I heard the one over there. His dad's taught him very well.
Yep.
So Summit has the ball up at the top of the box on the far side of the field. Braves have gone to a zone. You know, the Braves have played really tough in man-down situations, and when they use the zone, it's very difficult to score against. Their senior keeper, Matt Young, is headed to Florida Tech to play lacrosse in his college career. This season, he's at 66% save ratio, and he's faced almost. That was a great turnover.
You know, that wasn't a bad pass. That was great defense. He hit him right as he was releasing the ball, and it went short of the.
So let's see how quickly they can clear the ball out. We got Ben Brendamore coming through the double.
Oh, here goes Ben.
Coming up over the 50, 45, 40. So he gets his touch. He's going to bring it back out.
Oh, he spins and goes back. Oh, look at the feed. Look. He had a good idea there, but he's got to do it a little quicker.
Let's see if Salamini can ride this guy out. Salamini's the strongest kid.
There it is.
Great
there it
job
is.
by Jimmy Salamini on the
Salamini, like a little bulldog, getting that guy.
Little bit of information. Jimmy Salamini's about 5'4", weighs probably $165, and benches 320.
Oh, a quick pass into Carl, and I think he just had his stick down a little low, or he'd have probably scored.
Well, that Silver Knight obviously doesn't understand that the rule is actually who's closest to the ball when it crosses the line, not who gets to the line first, because that ball clearly crossed the line, and then he ran a couple more feet.
Get out of there, Jimmy. Jimmy's held on a little bit long there, Rob.
Yeah. Let's see if he rides again. Though, you know, he got whacked in the head pretty good.
Yeah,
there.
he did. I was looking for a flag there. It looked like maybe.
And let's see if we can look. So the Silver Knights are having a hard time clearing the ball tonight. That's going to be Young's ball. No. That ball was out with Matt Young closest to the ball. That official needs to learn the rules. So tonight's aerial cover is being brought to you by DirecTV, who is now going to be owned by IHTN, making them the second largest cable provider in the United States.
Looks like the Braves are back in this.
You know, the Braves are very confident in their defense's ability to keep guys outside when they're in this defense. It's very difficult to dodge past Finn Quibel. It's very difficult to dodge past Brad Collins. And there's another turnover by the Silver Knights. So the story so far of the night, with the Braves up 3-0 on the turnovers, been turnovers for the Silver Knights. And their difficulty clearing the ball, and the Braves have pretty much had a free ride on their clears tonight. As Collins brings the ball up.
There.
Collins goes down, but quickly comes up. Dumps the ball to Frazier on the far side, who brings the ball back up top to Brendamore.
We had 2 minutes left in the first quarter here. The Braves up 3-0.
Shot saved by the Silver Knights. That was a nice save by the Silver Knights goalie.
Going back into their zone, it looks like, Rob.
Well, they were calling for heavy there. Carl went back into the zone. He was supposed to play the ball. But I don't mind that, because Carl wants to be in position to keep their shooters outside.
Another questionable
There's another check by Finn Quibel.
And
Finn
away
Quibel
he goes.
With his legs coming up the field. He's going to carry that stick all the way up.
Oh, we got
a flag down. Flag on the Silver Knights. Let's hold the ball. Let's hold the ball, boys. Hold the ball. Get possession. So there's 1:07 left in the first quarter. Let's see what this call is going to be. It's either going to be an offside, Mike's, or a slash. I'm not sure which one he's actually going to call.
It's a 1 minute, so it must be a slash.
So they call him for a 1 minute slash.
That was Finn Quibel deserved to take that shot, but I think if he'd have just looked up a little bit, he'd have seen Big Ben Frazier sitting right on the crease. But it's
so for the Knights tonight, it's number 1 in the cage, Hank Seltman, who is a sophomore at Summit. Nice save by Seltman, who's looking to clear it out.
Austin Schneider's trying to chase him down, and it seems to be, I seem to remember this was the weak link. And
there we go. Let's see if Ben Brendamore can get the ball.
Oh,
another save by Selman.
nice
Selman's
save.
having a great night.
So far, that's 2 on Ben Brendamore, and he's got to have one of the highest shooting percentages on the team.
23.
There's another stick check and a turnover.
Another turnover.
Here we
Here
go.
comes
We got
Frazier.
numbers
Let's see if
again.
Selman can be.
And Frazier just
Score!
blows it
Frazier
right
on the
past him
turnover.
for a
14
natural
seconds
hat
left.
trick in the first quarter.
So the Braves go up 4-0 with 14-5 left in the first quarter. You know, we're going to start a new tradition here tonight, Mike. I don't know if you've heard this. We're going to do, as the blimp comes overhead, we're going to do the middle of the first half stretch.
Okay.
You'll see everybody stand up. And tonight happens to be Tim McKay, head coach of Indian Hills, birthday. So we're going to all sing happy birthday to Tim.
That's a great idea. I talked to Mrs. Young down there earlier, and she told me that we were going to do that. And I said, why don't we wait and see what the score is at the end of the first quarter before we do that? And Jimmy Salamini just plants one.
With the rocket.
Woo! Man.
So 5-0, 2 seconds left here before we start the festivities as the blimp comes in.
I think they must have heard what's going on here.
So as I said, tonight's aerial coverage is being brought to you by DirecTV. As you see, let's all wave to DirecTV. Thank you for the coverage tonight, DirecTV.
It's not every day that you get the
And folks, if
blimp
you
to
haven't
cover
figured
us.
out, I'm joking about them providing aerial coverage. So as we go into the middle of the first half, let's all have everybody stand up. Hey, let's stand up and sing happy birthday to Tim. Yeah, it's his birthday.
Want to do it right now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Let's go. Tim McKay's birthday. Everybody sing happy birthday to Tim.
Let's go. You ready? Hey, Tim! Tim McKay! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday! Well, there we have it, folks. Tim McKay's 29th birthday here on a nice, warm, sunny night in May at Tomahawk Stadium. So the Braves are leading at the middle of the half here, 5-0. Offense has been potent. Defense has done a great job of stripping balls and clearing situations. The Silver Knights have not had any transition opportunities, which bodes well for the Braves defense. Let's see how they do here in the second half. You know, we started with the sun to our back. The second quarter here, we'll start with Matt Young looking into the sun. So his defense is going to have to step up big and provide some protection up front to make sure that he's able to see where that ball's coming from. So opening face-off here is Zach Schneider.
Nope, that's
Is that Markowitz?
Sam
That was
Markowitz
Markowitz
again,
again.
and someone does come away with one. That's the first one that they've won clean from Sam tonight.
So it looks like they're going to try to dodge from up top in the alleys.
Oh, aggressive. Oh, they got to call Sam.
They're going to call him for a push
probably
here.
Probably a cross check or a push.
Now they're going to call him for a
Yep,
push.
got a push.
Oh, they called him for a cross check.
It looked like he might have come in.
Yeah, that's
came
probably
in
the
pretty
right call.
strong on him there, but it's nice to see aggressive defense. Got to keep your hands together.
So the Braves are going to try their man-down defense here for the first time tonight and the first time in the state playoffs of 2014. Ball starts off on the near side here, up top to number 9. Bringing it around, shot. That ball is going to go out. It stays Silver Knight's ball.
Finn Quivin got a piece of that. It kind of floated over the top of the goal.
Ball's behind cage, up top. Bring it down to the alley, bring it back up top.
Another bounce shot in there, that doesn't go. Bring it back in, bring it back around the top.
So they're definitely going to shoot from the outside. Which bodes well for Young, who's nice save by
Matt Young.
So
if he saw that one, the sun in his face.
See if they
Matt
can get the
Carey
clear.
Going up. He's got a touch, but he's being doubled there.
And he's being whacked pretty hard on the head too. I'm not sure.
Got to be. Oh, there's a flag down. Is somebody offsides? We're not offsides, are we?
No, we're not offsides. We got our
flag came down right at midfield over by the.
We're actually only playing with 4 guys.
You're 2 men down, actually.
It doesn't matter how many's on the offensive side as long as we have 3 on the defensive side. You know, this has been a frustration all year for a lot of these coaches. The officials are taking the wind out of the games by having to do these conferences and try to figure out you've got too many guys that don't understand the rules of the game, making calls that shouldn't be made, stopping play and taking us out of our offense.
Well, it looks like he's picking up the flag, so they must have got it straightened away. But you're right, that we are man down, so it's not like we were probably going in transition anyway. But what's the time left on that penalty, Rob?
I'm going to guess about 18 seconds.
It's over now. Here we're full strength again.
Oh, I was wrong.
It was about 18 seconds. Austin Schneider. Ball's up.
That's going to be red ball. I think the Braves got a little bit lucky there. I think Austin Schneider actually knocked the ball out of bounds, but it's hard to tell from up at this angle with that yellow line. So the field of play for the lacrosse game here at Tomahawk Stadium is the yellow lines, both at the ends and on the side, and you'll notice that there's a restraining box that comes from the end line up to the 30-yard line that is completed with a black line that goes across.
They're looking a little bit
Matt Carrier
here,
shooting.
Max.
Oh, and he gets the pipe. Ball's up in the air.
Oh,
and it'll be Braves ball.
That was a rocket from Matt Carrier from right up top.
That was a nice shot. That was a nice take by Matt Carrier, who, in my opinion, needs to be taking more shots than he has all year. Passes it down to Frazier behind the cage.
Switch. Frazier comes around to his strong side.
Nice save by
another
Steltman.
Nice save, but Frazier may come up with the ball, and he does, and runs away from pressure. Boy, do I love to see that.
That's smart play by Frazier.
Get away from the pressure and live to come back.
This game is, the one thing that's the Silver Knights have going for him is Steltman's having a great night. Though the scoreboard shows 5-0, he's got at least 5 saves already tonight.
Oh, so and 5 good saves too, Rob.
Young's only seen 1 shot on cage, which he saved in that man down situation. But Seltzman's probably seen at least.
Oh, they're going to call him in the crease.
Yeah. They're calling he got pushed in the crease.
Okay. Well, Austin
which is what I
Schneider
thought.
will keep the ball out on the wing. Goes into his brother Zach.
Back to Carrier, back to Schneider.
Zach drives that. Boy, they're really collapsing on Carl tonight. There's Carl open in the middle, but Matt Carrier comes through and scores again.
That's a great shot by Carrier.
That is a great shot. That's hard to stop with all those defenders in between him and the goalie. It's hard to pick that up.
So with 8:12 left in the half, the Braves are up 6-0. Working their offense at will, taking their time, being patient, which has always paid off for the Braves. Hopefully these seniors have learned a little bit of a lesson about playing freelance lacrosse and playing scripted passing team lacrosse. You know, I really think what number 6 is doing there on Markowitz, when Markowitz wins the pinch and rolls, he's rolling across Markowitz's feet, which technically should be called as a hold. You know, he's trying to tie him up, but you cannot just flip-flop around on the field trying to tie a guy up. That's you know, if you do anything to impede his progress other than body checks, stick checks, it's called a hold and should be flagged. Brendamore is going to try to get on the book here. And Brendamore does. So the Braves are scoring at will, Mike.
Yeah.
Working that offense. I think they've found the weak spot in the Silver Knights defense is on that far side of the field, the goalie's left side. And they're shooting bouncers to his off-stick side.
Still think it's probably just a matter of time before they start pressing out on those middies a little bit more. And then, as we said before, it's so hard to defend Indian Hill because they've got so many weapons. Oh, and
number 6 wins at that time. Let's see.
See if he can pop it out. Does get it out.
And it's turned over. Well, number 6 needs to learn it's great to win your face-off that way, but the longer you keep it in the backside of the stick, you can't pass it, and there are 2 Braves there quickly willing to get the ball back. Markowitz brings it up across midfield, feeds.
A bounce shot, we'll call it, and a score.
Brad Collins with the score. So we're up 8-0. It's 7:01. So at some point tonight, Mike, I hope that maybe in the fourth quarter we see some of the younger guys that they've brought up to go into the state playoffs, get some playing opportunities. Our defense is playing stellar without Rory Perlman in there. You know, right now we've got Quibel, Amato, and Edwards, and they're running Austin Trout out at long stick midi on the far side of the field. And right now we've brought in number 22, Tommy Logeman. Tommy's one of those players as the Braves.
Nice stick check, and Tommy comes up with the ball.
Tommy comes up with the ball. Let's see if he can quickly get it to one of his defenders who can quickly bring it up the field.
We're good.
So we just got to get our touch.
There's touch if he wants it. Austin Schneider.
And he got his touch. So the ball's on the far side of the field with Austin Schneider bringing it back behind the cage. Going past Ben Frazier, dishing it to Frazier, who's going to try to roll the crease here. I like the way they're moving off ball tonight, too. If you notice,
yeah, they are.
Schneider dumped the ball.
Sides.
Frazier went one direction. Schneider came around the other direction, ready for the feed back inside. So let's see if we can get Logeman on the board tonight.
He's on the right side of the field for it, from what we've seen so far.
I think Schneider wants to get on the board, too.
There's Brendamore with another dodge.
And Brendamore's going to shoot, and nice bounce
it over. That would have
out
been
of bounds.
shot.
Braves retain possession. Frazier with the roll.
Frazier.
He's looking for his roll. Now, the one thing about Ben Frazier is he loves his meat and potatoes and his rolls, Mike.
Yeah. You could say that his rolls are his meat and potatoes, Rob.
That is true. They have been his meat and potato all year. Frazier's leading the Braves with points this year, and that's a turnover.
Freshman.
That's freshman Owen Taylor on the field. as Steltman has the ball and is looking for an outlet pass to his long pole number 22. Who must have been added to their roster or is wearing the wrong number tonight. He's not listed on their OHSLA.
Who's that?
22 for Summit.
Okay.
Is that Alex Sigma? Thanks. This was informed by the Summit cameraman. That's Alex Sigman, senior, correct? The Braves close down their defense. The Braves are playing tight defense. You know, this offense that Summit's running is playing into the Braves' defense very nicely. They're
running they're running a double triangle, but there's no rotation, Rob. They're passing the ball around. There's no off-ball rotation.
They're keeping it up top, which for Young in the defense is where they really want them to be. Because if you're 10 yards or more out from that crease, Young's probably got about a 75% chance of making that stop.
And the way we've been playing, our middies are going to get a stick on you when you try to take it from out there anyway. They've been relentless.
I like the way
Zach's
playing defense tonight.
We're really playing good pressure defense out top. It's clear that someone's going to have to start shooting from out top to get any balls near the goal.
Number 7 to number 13, back to 7, who's going to try to roll dodge on Zach Schneider, who turns the ball over and gets it right back on the ground ball. Up top to number 20 on the near side, who throws it back over to the far side to number 13, bring it down back by goal line extended to number 9. So again, the Silver Knights seem to be confident in keeping the ball up top. There was an opportunity for the Silver Knights that they just didn't convert, and Mulaney slid in there to make the coverage.
Our middies up top have been very physical with their middies and not getting their hands free to grip shots. And I've got to say the balance of the Summit team's just doesn't seem to be moving off ball.
No, this isn't good as he rolls. And nice.
Good lift. Good.
I think number 21 is Rory Perlman's back in the game.
Back. That's good to see.
That's good news.
And he gets a nice turnover, or causes a drop ball, and
let's get in there, guys, and help him out. It's going to be a loose ball push on the Braves, which, you know, I'll take that call every day.
That's a good loose ball push.
So Summit's again moving the ball up top. Shot. Young with a save again.
Zach Schneider comes up with a quick rebound there, and he's off to the races.
So that was probably the best take by the Summit Silver Knights tonight.
I think without question.
And even with the sun in his eyes, Young drops down with his sweeping save. So Zach Schneider up top, passing the ball down to Jimmy Salamini, who is looking to add to his one score already. You know, Jimmy's done a great job of
get out of there, Jimmy.
Get
out of there, Jimmy.
Well, I guess I opened my mouth a little too soon. Braves are scrapping for the ball. Looks like ball still. So let's see if the Braves can stop them on the transition here. Two Braves
Indian
into
Hill
each other.
Run into each other, but Summit can't take advantage of it, and they bring it back out to the top.
Well, that's what happens when you start bringing guys in that aren't used to playing in the offense and in the transition game for the Braves. Timeout Summit with their second timeout of the half.
Well, with 1:12 to go, Indian Hill is dominating the game in just about every facet. They're up 8-0, and as you said before, I think we're going to see a lot of the younger players coming out to play tonight, which is really good experience for them going into the postseason here.
Well, we've already seen junior Tommy Logeman and freshman Owen Taylor out there. We had we had Mitch Trout, who's been playing varsity all year, as a long stick midi, come in and play a little bit of close defense when Perlman went down with the knee. The Braves definitely have stepped up their defensive game, have found their sweet spot, and have a shutout going here right now, Mike.
Yeah, it's looking good. That would be sweet, is to finish this off with a shutout.
Those are hard to get, but
yes, they are.
So Braves, as we take a time out here and the sun starts to set, you'll start seeing the shadows in the west end of the end zone as the Braves come back out to take defense on that end. And by the second half, we'll be under the lights on a Friday night here at Tomahawk Stadium.
Well, this is easily the nicest evening we've had for lacrosse this season.
One of the nicest nights. So, Mike, the way the tournament works is we're on the bottom side of the bracket. Marymount, who most likely will make an easy run to the regional finals, is on the top side of the bracket. The regional final this year is being held at a neutral site, which bodes well for the Braves because we'll probably meet them again in the regional final like we did last year, and hopefully our defense can step it up and shut them down. So we're playing.
Well, you can
Ryan
see
Mulaney
how bright that sun
the
is. The summit guy down behind
and
GLE was
try to
having
get
a
a shot
difficult
off here,
time.
probably with the last.
Oh, the ball's loose, and here goes Zach. Oh, that's Matt Carrier. He's likely to go all the way.
Going to turn on all feet.
Oh, and he's got. Oh,
Frazier
nice second.
And
a beautiful second pass.
Goal. So
that was very unselfish play on everybody's part there.
That's how you play transition ball. That was a great pass and great ground ball pickup by Matt Carrier in the turnover by Summit down to Frazier, who sees Salamini, who's wide open by himself and does a great job of making the goalie move twice before he takes the shot and puts it in the back of the net. So the Braves go up 9-0 with 46 seconds left here in the first half of the first round of the state playoffs. And it looks like we have Owen Taylor out at the face-off now. And number 6 is going to come up with it there. Oh, I'm sorry, that is actually Davis McCoskey, another underclassman who's been brought up for the state tournament. Let's see if they can get it.
Finn Quietwell comes up with the ball.
They're going to clear it up top to.
That's Logeman. Tommy Logeman
down and
gets
nice,
a big trail check from behind.
But the Braves are going to maintain possession as Austin Schneider's going to run it back through X. I think the Braves want to score one more time.
I think they do too. And why not?
With
Frazier with another
Austin
one.
Schneider. So the Braves go up 10-0. 10:02 left in the first half. Again, you know, the Braves, all season long, I've been saying it, Mike, when we play patient, crisp passing, unselfish play, our offense is unstoppable. But when we play fast moving, not taking care of the ball, and our defense has to play way too much, that's when we run into trouble. The Braves have executed a great first half here with the defense controlling the ball, our face-off winning, and McCoskey wins the pinch that time, and the Braves win the face-off. With Logeman with the ball
coming up.
to Salamini,
Another
to Frazier,
oh!
And a save at the end of the quarter by Seltman to keep it from going to 11-0.
Also good ball movement there on the transition. That was unselfish.
So Mike, the Braves in the first round of the playoffs at halftime up 10-0 with a shutout going. I think you're going to see Coach McKay probably pull it back a little bit, control possession, maybe get some of the underclassmen some playing time in the second half. The key to that first half was control of the ball on face-off, control of the ball in the offensive end, moving the ball patiently, taking good shots, and having a great night on the goal. Defensively, they did a great job of keeping the Silver Knights out past that 10-yard mark, which is a sweet spot for keepers anytime a guy's shooting from out 10 yards. So tonight we have a very special thing going on. For those of you that aren't aware of it, in the Indian Hill Braves Middle School Lacrosse Club. 8th grade, 7th grade teams went last week up to Columbus to play in the state playoffs. The Braves had a great season. They were 19-3 in the regular season, and they lost their first 3 games of the season, Mike.
I think they were 3-5 they were 2-3 after their first 5 games, and it was looking a little bit bleak, and it was just what you were talking about before. When you possess the ball and you move the ball and you play good team offense and you're unselfish with the ball.
So tonight the varsity players have invited the middle school state champions, Indian Hill Braves, who, by the way, Mike, have won 2 state champions at the Division I mark twice in 5 years. The only other school to have more wins in the state playoffs is Hastings, which is an Upper Arlington middle school that has in excess of 800 kids per graduating class. So this is a great feat for these young men. They are a great bunch of guys. Tonight for you, we're honoring them here at the midfield as the Braves varsity team claps for them. The last time the Braves won the state playoff, our current seniors were in 7th grade and were a part of that championship program by being there in support. So we have, I believe, they made the run going in their first game, beating
North Canton
handedly,
11-5.
11-5. Then beating the number 1 seed Grizel 8-4, beating Hastings 8-4, and then beating the Columbus Saints in overtime for the win off a spectacular number 5 play by that Coach McKay drafted up for them before going up there. And let's roll that tape so the folks on TV can see the middle school state champions win in overtime against the Columbus Saints. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see the ball come from behind X, bring it up top. They're going to bring it around top. The ball is going to go to Alex Major for the goal and the win, and the crowd goes crazy. This is a huge thing because Columbus looks at us as the dirty stepchilds of lacrosse. In 5 years, we've won twice. No other team has won twice in the last 5 years but us. The only other team that has a better record in the state playoffs than Indian Hill is Hastings, who's won 5 times in the last 11 years. So the Braves have done a great job. So let's take a look and watch this play as it unfolds again here in slow motion. And what you're going to see the Braves run is a play that they hadn't run all weekend. And Hastings, the Columbus Saints had definitely scouted us. And you're going to see Jimmy Burnett pass the ball down to an unguarded Alex Major, who puts it in the far corner for the goal. It's great to see these guys have a great season, Mike.
I was very impressed with them, very proud of them for what they did during the season. As I said, they started off a little bit rough this year, but they sure came together as a team and showed that as a team you can do great things. You can go up to Columbus and beat some of the really strong powerhouse teams, of which they beat 4 of them.
Yeah.
All 4 of those games could have been considered championship games, the caliber that they were seeded against.
Absolutely. Well, folks, I'm Rob Young and Mike Fruland bringing you the action tonight at Tomahawk Stadium for the first round of the state playoffs here. The Braves are up 10-0. We're going to sign off for halftime, bring you some commercials and some PSAs, and we'll be back with you at the beginning of the second half where the Braves lead 10-0.
Coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network is a presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department. The Video Department provides the community with educational and school-focused programming through the facilities of the ICRC. The Indian Hill Television Network produces coverage of many of the school sporting events, so be sure to catch all the boys and girls action on this community access channel. For playback times in your area, call the ICRC at 772-4272 or visit their website at www.icrctv.com. Coverage of Brave sports on the Indian Hill Television Network wouldn't be possible without the generous support of the Indian Hill Boosters, the PTO, and the ICRC. Their grants have provided us with the equipment to bring Indian Hill sports off the field or gymnasium and into the community. And we appreciate all they've done to develop our television programming.
Here we are back at the second half of the Indian Hill Braves versus Summit Silver Knights in the state playoffs. At the face-off X for the Braves is going to be Zach Schneider, senior. Braves lead the game right now 10-0, have controlled the ball all the way along. And Mike Fruland's back in the booth with his double cheeseburger.
I'm sorry, Rob, there's a long line down there at the concession stand.
So, Mike, here we go. Zach Schneider rolls across number 6.
The Summit comes up with it.
Summit gets the first face-off of the half and touches. So, if I'm Summit, the adjustments I make, I've got to get inside on this Braves defense. And I have to take care of the ball.
That's the key.
You know, they've got the Braves have a senior goalie who was all region last year.
Oh, great takeaway by Finn Quibel. He's having a great game, Rob.
Finn Quibel's going to run this ball out.
Yeah, but they don't have the greens.
Bringing it to Zach Schneider, who's at the 45, coming across the midfield. As he brings it up into the restraining box for the first time for the Braves in the second half.
Matt Carrier with the ball on the left wing. Looks like they're just going to move it around here and get resettled after that half.
So here's Owen Taylor, freshman, making his debut in the state playoffs. Ball's back up to Matt Carrier to Zach Schneider on the near side. Zach Schneider dumps it down to Owen Taylor, who dumps it to Ben Frazier, who's looking for an outlet pass to Matt Carrier. So the Braves, I think, are going to be happy just controlling the ball. They're not. Matt Carrier makes a dodge, gets it to Carl Koster, who shoots. Ball's picked up by Owen Taylor, back at X, who's rolling the cage, dumps it to Salamini, who looks for the shot, feeds. Oh, that was
a good idea, but it was just a little bit slow.
So that was an interception by number 27 for Summit, as Summit tries to clear the ball out, and there's another turnover for Summit.
And Jimmy Salamini comes up with it.
Bring it back for the Braves, and he's trail checked. We got to pass the ball, boys. Another nice check by Zach Schneider. It's going to be Braves ball. Schneider will start the ball at midfield.
Moves it to Carl Koster in the middle. Back over to Matt Carey on the wing.
So, folks, as the clock ticks down to a little under 10 minutes here, the Braves have definitely controlled possession, and it looks like that's actually what they want to do. They're not in a big hurry to try to score. Owen Taylor with the ball. Ben Frazier against number 25. Dumps the ball to Owen Taylor, who gets pushed. Summit gets the turnover on a good defensive play there.
That was a good quick
Seltman,
look
the goalie, with the ball, looking for somebody to clear the ball to. Salamini does not ride hard enough. And we have a fast break opportunity here for the Silver Knights.
Oh, fantastic save. Carl Koster's.
So that play was backed up by Young on a turnover by Salamini for not taking care of the ball. That's going to be a turnover on the Silver Knights as Patrick Amato dropping back into the defense. They're trying to feed that ball inside.
Oh, they're going to get a flag on that.
We're going to get a push with a possession on Matt Carey. That's okay. I like that tough defense. Our man down off defense is going to come in here. Carey's probably going to serve a 30-second technical push with possession. See what they signal. If they signal it anything other than that, it's a terrible call. They're calling it an illegal body check.
That was a
about as mild a push with possession as I've seen. There was no body involved. He just extended his arms.
Well, we don't have a very senior crew here tonight, which is actually kind of disappointing, as there are no Division I games being played tonight.
Summit seems
So
content
let's see if
just
the Braves
to wheel
man
the ball
down
around.
defense can continue this shutout. And they're going to turn the ball over. Patrick Amato is going to scoop it up. He's on the fly. Amato's tying him up, trying to get the ball loose. It goes into the Braves offensive end. It's going to go out of bounds on the Braves. It'll be Summit's ball. So Summit's going to clear the ball out past the 50 on this man down opportunity, as the Braves probably have about 15 seconds left in this man down. And another shot, but we're going to go down another man.
That might be a hold, Rob. Looked like he
calling him for a slash.
He is. Well.
So the Braves are going two-man down here. Let's see if Young can control this defense enough to have the first penalty wiped out, where we go back to five-man defense. Braves are playing a box.
This will certainly be their biggest test of the night.
Shot, save.
Beautiful save by Matt Young. Oh, kind of a careless clear there, but I think we're going to get away with it. Finn Quibble comes away with the ball.
Well, you know, he's short two guys. He's looking for the guy that he knows can make that catch, and that was Finn Quibble. The Silver Knights actually should have just been called for offsides there. And so we go back to being one man down with the ball. The Braves are going to try to control this ball for about 30 more seconds till we get back to even play.
As they should.
They've got it in their senior ball carrier here,
not that
Zach
aggressive.
Schneider's hands, who's going to just run it around.
Splits the double team
they're going
and
to let
goes
him
right
go.
to the goal. Oh, that's got to be a push in the back, but they don't call it. Oh, they did call it. They did call
So
it.
they're
My
calling
mistake,
the
they
push
called
on
it.
Summit. I was going to say they better call that.
Yeah.
And we're all back to even. So the Braves were able to kill a two-man down on two spectacular saves by Young in the cage, and a tight defense by the Braves. And
that's a big confidence
that's
boost.
got to be a huge confidence booster for that defense. So we got Owen Taylor out to Ben Frazier, bringing the ball around to Ben Brendamore, to Zach Schneider. You got to think that Zach Schneider's looking for a goal here. He's one of the only seniors that hasn't scored on this offense yet. So they've brought Otto Ackerman out on the offensive side at attack as well. Otto's a sophomore, getting his varsity playoff debut here as well. Let's see if this underclassman heavy offense can do anything.
There's Brendamore on it.
Brendamore, shot wide. It's going to stay in Braves possession as Otto Ackerman backs the ball up. So Ackerman will restart the ball. You got to think that Young's got to be happy with the way his defense is playing tonight, helping him have this shutout right now. Otto Ackerman's going in for the dodge.
Oh, that's got to be a high, and it is a high hit.
That better be a non-releasable.
That was very high, right to the head.
Two things there that went wrong. He targeted a defensive player. He ran more than 5 yards, actually three things, and hit him in the head. This should be a 3-minute non-releasable penalty on Summit. Let's see what they call. I don't see what the call was. I missed the ref calling it. Well, I'll have to wait till the first goal to find out if it's a...
My guess is you won't have to wait long, Rob. Oh, no, maybe.
Austin Schneider picking up the loose ball. Out to Zach Schneider. Out to Owen Taylor, who's going to bring the ball to Frazier.
Skip pass to Ben
He's
Frazier.
going to bring it to Brendamore, back to Frazier, who's going to fire the ball just wide. Austin Schneider
on
backing
the
it up,
backup.
a Braves ball. So the Braves are still controlling the ball. They've made some sloppy passes here, but they're I think they're really not trying to run too much of their offense here to protect it from who they might see next. Nice stop by Steltman, who's going to whip it out there. Ball down.
Oh,
That should be another flag on. Well, there should be another. Actually, number 22 should be ejected from this game for throwing his helmet off. He didn't just take it off, he threw it on the ground. The ref stood there, watched it. Again, this is the officials not knowing the game well enough. So in an unsettled play situation, Summit gets the ball inside and scores the goal.
you know, that was maybe a little overly aggressive on Finn's part, but the reaction from the Summit player was, I don't think, justified in that. He just got pushed out of bounds hard.
So the Braves are playing man down, and Summit is at full force now. So that penalty was a 1 minute. That hit to the head, they called a 1 minute penalty on and it was releasable, obviously. Muskoski on the face-off, or is this Owen Taylor on the face-off? It was.
No,
It's Davis McCoskey. So we have sophomore Davis McCoskey out there who's trying to figure out where he fits into this defensive scheme. Or is that James Flume? I think that might be James Flume. And that ball is going to be thrown away by Summit. The Braves are going to take back control of the ball. I'm going to guess that number 33 is actually James Fluhoff, transplant here from Toyota, his dad, and playing lacrosse for the first time as a junior.
Oh. Stepped on the bounds, stepped on the out of bounds. It's good to see Rory running up and down the field, though, isn't it?
It is. So the Braves are all even back up here. Another score on Young. But it's what I said at the beginning of the half. If Summit could figure out how to dodge inside, we've brought in a bunch of underclassmen. They're dodging inside, getting the score. For a goalie, anything inside 5 yards is very difficult to stop.
Very tough, and there was no pressure there. That's unlike our defense all night so far. And you're probably right. We're getting some young guys in there to get a little bit of experience.
So we brought back out our senior defense: John Edwards, Rory Perlman, Finn Quibel, Mitchell Trout at LSM, Matt Carrier, and we're letting Davis McCoskey, I think, take the face-off again. And he wins that one as he gets clotheslined by number 6. And he gets the touch, gets the ball away to Jimmy Salamini, who's going to run it back outside the box, bring it back up top to Matt Carrier as we make some subs. And McCoskey goes off the field. And we bring in
Brad
Collins, who's going to post up in the center here. So out of the field for the Braves, you got Frazier. Got Frazier, Salamini, Collins at attack. You've got Taylor, Schneider, Carrier at midfield. Well, this is what Ben Frazier likes. You're going to go one-on-one with me? I'll take you around, and I'll shoot and score. Braves go up 11-2.
Easy, doesn't he?
So there's a minute 52 left in the third quarter here. The Braves are up 11-2. So far in this half, it's an even game. But the Braves defense definitely has kind of let their guard down a little. Summit's been easily getting inside. Young made some great saves. We had a little bit of action on the sideline. Score was scored in transition, and then they came in and went back inside and scored again.
Summit comes up with another face-off.
I think the Braves have gone to, that'll be shot wide over the cage. It's going to be Summit's ball.
Number 6 backed it up.
You know.
And then they throw it away. It seems to be.
And Young gets the ball. Out to Mikowski. Thank you. Mikowski drew the penalty. It's going upfield. See if he can draw a second penalty.
Almost. I thought might get one.
Frazier with the ball. You know, they're allowing these guys to hit pretty much at will at the head tonight. And this is not football. That defender for Summit lowered his head, went into Frazier's head. And you know, one of the things that I'm a stickler about, Mike, is let the boys play, but let's keep the game safe. And when guys are playing football and not lacrosse, they need to be penalized for it.
They need to kind of watch for that now.
And just because there's one flag on the field, these officials need to understand they've got 2 flags apiece. There's 3 of them. They can throw 6 of them if they want. So the Braves are man up here with Carrier rolling the cage, dumping the ball back to Collins, to Frazier.
Ooh.
And that ball gets thrown away as Frazier gets screened by the official.
I think that was
so
kind of
let's see how hard Frazier rides here. The Braves are man up. They should be doubling the ball, covering up everybody up but the goalie. They're going to bring the ball back to the goalie. Frazier's going to go back to the goalie. They're going to leave Zach Schneider out on the long pole. Nobody's covering up the long pole. And Carrier gets a great stick check. And that ball's loose in the open field. As Carrier's going to get to this ball before anybody else and come up the field, he's going to. Not sure what the whistle's for.
Not sure what the whistle is.
Well, they're obviously calling.
Illegal.
But well, that's not a call, sir. That's not a signal in lacrosse. Let's learn the signals. If you're calling a push without possession, it's not pointing to your elbow. Braves are still man up. I don't like this loose ball in the middle of the field. As Perlman picks the ball up, gets it to Young, who gets it out to Brendamore, who's bringing the ball up past the 40 to midfield.
Coming right up the middle. Looks like they have some numbers here. Ben Frazier sitting
Collins,
anxiously awaiting the
tries to pass through traffic. As the quarter ends, the Braves are up 11-2 as we've gone through 3 periods here at Tomahawk Stadium. So, Mike, Braves have a little bit of a letdown defensively on some transition and on them dodging inside, allowing 2 goals.
I'll give them the first one. The first one was kind of a fluke play. It was aggressive defense. Flag went down, and the ball found its way down onto the crease, and they got a quick little goal there. That could happen. The second one was a little disappointing. They uncontested dodge from the wing. The midi went right down, got within a couple yards of Matt Young and put one in. But then they quickly put the seniors back in, and it seems like they've righted the ship here. Nice to see him finish this fourth quarter off strong.
So it's always great to see a crowd here at Tomahawk Stadium tonight. Tonight's feature song in honor of Tim McKay in the stadium is The Grateful Dead, one of his favorite bands, probably followed by a little bit of Jimmy Buffett. So, Mike, you know, there's the crowd there. There's the Summit crowd. And nope, that's the Indian Hill crowd. There's Peggy Markowitz, Donna Collins, Laura Edwards, John Edwards, Gail Frazier, the Mint Lady. And those of you that know Gail and know lacrosse know what that means. She might want to bring me one tonight. So the folks, as the Braves bring this 2014 opener of the postseason into Tomahawk Stadium, they've controlled the ball. They've scored 11-2 on Summit as we move into the fourth quarter. They're keeping their senior goalie in cage, Matt Young. Looks like Finn Quible's coming out. Zach Schneider's going to take the face-off. We got Patrick Amato and John Edwards and Austin's Mitchell's older brother. Got Mitch Trout over on the far wing as the LSM. Matt Carrier on the near side at the wing. As we get underway here at Tomahawk Stadium. So the Braves have got to feel good about their play so far, Mike. What do they got to do here in the fourth quarter to keep the momentum?
I think they just need, it's the same all the time. They need to control this right here, the 50-50 ball. They got to come up with the 50-50 ball. And they do, but I think
it's going to get called for a push with a loose ball push on the Braves. That was probably a good call.
That was probably a good call, and it's nice to see the effort going for the ball. Now here's the tough midi D that we've been seeing.
And the ball's down on the ground. Number 4 picks the ball up for the Braves. As they try to work it inside again, number 4 is trying to get a shot off as he gets checked by Matt Carrier, who ball's going the Braves' way.
Oh, in the world is that?
Well, it's what the official pointed, but he gave it back to Summit.
I think
that's probably the right call.
The adjustment there, that didn't seem possible. They just can't get any good hands-free shots, Rob. The defense has been very,
Matt
very
Carrier
tight.
is a great defensive midi. Matt Carrier is going to be playing football at Butler University next year. So he's going from being a Brave to becoming a Bulldog as Patrick Amato plays some tight defense, and that was a misread by the Braves defense as number 13 came streaking across the middle, got a pass from number 9 for the goal. So the Braves are up 11-3 here with 10:53 left in the game. They got to keep playing tough.
Yeah, I hate to see them let down. They're going to, as they go forward, they're going to see some teams that they can't afford to do this against.
It looks like Rory Perlman's sitting down on the sideline taking a little bit of a breather. I think they're trying to get some of the other defenders some experience going into the rest of the, as Ryan Mullaney picks up that face-off ball and is bringing it down the side into the back as he turns on his V6 engine there and makes a bad pass. Well, turnovers have been what have caused the Braves to lose the games that they've lost this year. And when we get into transition sometimes, so they awarded the ball back to Summit on a loose ball push. Not real happy with the way the defense is playing right now. They've kind of...
Oh, he's in the crease.
Braves ball. So the Braves will start it on the defensive end with Ben Brendamore bringing it up the field. Bad pass to the long pole out to John Edwards, who's looking for a midi at midfield, gets the ball. Ball's going to go out of bounds on a turnover. So there's a missed clear opportunity for the Braves as Summit takes possession of this ball. You know, in lacrosse, it's known as the fastest sport on 2 feet because this game can change very quickly. I think the Braves need to step up the play again, get a couple more goals, and hold Summit to 3 scores for the rest of the night. As that was a great check by 31, Kai Nor, the sophomore, getting his postseason debut. And that ball is going to be thrown away by Summit. That was not a shot, boys.
I think it was, Rob.
That shot never came within 10 yards of the goal.
No, it didn't. It slipped out of his stick. I think it was.
That was a pass attempt, in my opinion. But I'm not officiating this game tonight. Thank goodness. Ground ball. We've got to win. We're not winning the ground ball.
Aggressive on the loose balls here, Rob. They're coming up with a lot of loose balls and getting second opportunities and open.
Saved by Young.
Beautiful save by Matt.
Young is having a great night with guys on his doorstep.
What's the call? What's the call? They're giving it back to Summit.
This is where we need replay. That was a great save, great defensive effort by the Braves. And they give the ball back to Summit.
I don't know what the call was. It looked like couldn't have been in and out unless.
Where's the help? Another save by Young.
Nice save.
Ball to Carrier, who's going to be the one-man clearing machine, bringing the ball up past the midfield to the 35-30, and he's quickly going to bring the ball back out to Zach Schneider, to Ben Brendamore, who's bringing it down to Jimmy Salamini on the far side behind
Owen Taylor.
GLE.
Be nice to see the freshman get a.
You know, Summit's definitely
here.
picking up the physicality of this game.
Well, it doesn't.
With 8 minutes left, this
game
game is not over by any stretch of the imagination, Mike. As I was saying, the Braves need to take care of the ball. They need to score. They need to show that they possess the ball better than anyone. Salamini with the score, with an assist from
Zach Schneider, I believe.
Zach Schneider. So the Braves do exactly what we said they needed to do: control the ball, score. Scores 12-3. Braves. And that play was because they were patient, they moved the ball, they were moving off ball.
Unselfish.
Off a great save by Young to the clear to Carrier, who brings the ball up, pulls it back out, dumps it to Schneider. They work it around and get the great assist. So out at the face-off X, we've got Davis Mikowski, we've got Kai Nor playing the near wing, and we've got Tommy Loganman playing the far wing, and Summit trying to get possession of this ball. Let's see if we can get it. Six definitely wants the ball. Well, that did not go our way. We're out of position, so we're going to play a little bit of transition ball here. Let's see if the Braves can come up with a stop. That was a perfect shot by Summit. So the score is 12-4. As the Summit fans cheer here in Tomahawk Stadium. Again, Summit's winning the loose balls in this second half. I would
They won
say
the loose balls in the first 2 minutes of the game, and now they seem to be ramped up a little bit, which they have good reason to be.
So we got Zach Schneider out at the X. We got Ryan Mullaney on the far wing and Kai Nor on the near wing. Zach Schneider's
Someone comes away with the ball again.
So, and my point being is for those lacrosse fans out there that were watching the quarterfinals this past weekend in the NCAA, Albany had a hefty lead had a hefty lead on Albany. They were up by about 6 points. Notre Dame went on a 5-goal run to tie the game up and then to win it. So the Braves are going to sleep here as the Summit cameraman shakes his hand, but I assure him that these Braves are going to come back and go Irish. I thought you were rooting on your team. They just scored again. That's awesome. Number 6 has found a way to win. So we're at a 7-point game with 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes left as Young with another big save.
Oh, there's a flag.
We're going to call Schneider with, or they call him Mulaney with a technical push there. 30 seconds.
Nice save by Matt, though. That was.
Did Summit beat the girls last night? What the girls want? So, folks, this is a replay of last night's game. Last night at Summit was the Indian Hill Braves girls versus Summit in the state playoffs. And I believe that was the regional semis. Matt didn't see that ball coming at all. So, again, folks, it's now 12-6. Summit has gone on a 4-goal run here. Braves defense has gotten a little sloppy. Their ball handling skills have gone out to lunch. Stuart Seltman with that goal. So the story of this quarter has been that Seltman has controlled the faceoff X. They're winning the ground ball battle. And, you know,
They just keep coming up with the ball, Rob. This is.
Well, you know, Mike, I'd encourage you, the coaches to actually watch this and the officials to watch it. Actually, what number 6 is doing is an illegal move that they haven't picked up on. He's actually rolling his stick on and holding our guy's stick down and then laying on top of the ball to get his stick on top of the ball, which is an illegal move. But if the refs let you do it, nice save by Young.
Matt. Let's see if we can control the ball here now.
So the Braves get the ball cleared with Matt Carrier, who's going to rifle the ball. Braves will keep possession. Ball out to Matt Carrier at the top. To Zach Schneider. Jimmy Salamini down on the crease with Carl Koster on top. Bringing the ball around to Frazier. Frazier skip passes to Schneider, who's going to dodge. Dump the ball to Salamini, who tries to get a pass. Koster tries to get the ball, loses it.
That's got to be a flag.
Thank you. So the Knights get called for a loose ball push. And Schneider's going to shoot and miss Cage. That was a wide open shot. Zach should have put that one in.
You'd probably like to have that one back, I think.
So it's 12-6 here with 4:20 left. Started out to be a dominant game by the Braves. This quarter has been a little bit of a letdown. Great save by Seltman. Now, Seltman has to be happy with his play tonight. He's had great saves. Both goalies have been playing great games tonight.
Oh.
And now our middies are out of position, and we're in a fast break situation. Young with another save.
That was very routine looking. As
Out
you
to
said, you're
Amato.
outside of 10 yards. That's a goalie's.
Bring it up.
Oh, and another sloppy pass.
Ball back to Young. Young snags it, gets out to his favorite long pole, Finn Quibel, on the clear.
Take it all the way
He's
up.
going to take it all the way
it in
down,
the box,
untouched. And nobody back there to
Nobody's
back up.
back.
And that's going to be a targeting. This better be a non-releasable this time.
Bullseye.
Non-releasable. Good. That's about the third one they've done tonight. They've never called it right. So the Braves are going to go man up with 3:15 left with a non-releasable penalty on the Silver Knights. So in on the man up opportunity for the Braves is Austin Schneider, Owen Taylor, Ben Frazier, Ben Brendamore, Jimmy Salamini, and Zach Schneider. Salamini rips the ball, goes wide. Schneider back to back it up. About 45 seconds left in this penalty. Braves are going to bring it up top to Brendamore, back to Frazier, back to Schneider, back to Frazier. Top. I like seeing them move the ball quickly. When they hold it too long, it gives the defense all the opportunity. Great pass by Schneider to Frazier, who bounced.
Oh, what a beautiful bounce shot.
So I think Frazier's showing, you give me an inch, I'm going to take this shot. That's a great, Frazier's had a great night tonight for the Braves. And if I had to give an MVP out, it'd probably be to Frazier on the offensive side, along with
You know, his shooting percentage tonight's been very high, which is not
normal.
Is not normal for the year for Ben. He takes
on the defensive side, I'd probably give the MVP to the defense as a whole. They've done a great job of playing good defense. They've had a couple letdowns when they've brought some different personnel in, trying to get them some experience.
If you had to pick one, I think I'd be looking at Finn Quibel. He's played a very good game of
Timeout,
defense.
Summit. So we got 2:28 left in the fourth quarter. The Braves are up 13-6. I'd like to see the Braves get to 15, maybe 17 tonight. Kind of a statement going into the next game. If we win this, obviously we're going to win this game. We will be facing the winner of the Wyoming. I got to see who Wyoming ended up playing tonight, Mike, because I don't know. So, Mike, what do the Braves have to do here to hold Summit to no more goals?
Keep the ball. Possess the ball. Take care of the ball. Score a goal, win the faceoff, run some clock, pass the ball around. And they seem they've been moving the ball pretty well, but they just had a. It doesn't take long, as you said. The fastest game on 2 feet.
So yeah,
It
that
can
was
turn around in a hurry.
correct. The Braves are going to face the winner of the Wyoming Fenwick game, which according to the schedule says that it happened. It's supposed to happen today, but it looks like it's going to happen tomorrow afternoon at noon at Wyoming. So you got to think the Braves are going to be happy with the results tonight. A couple letdowns. They'll focus on transition defense, probably focus on getting some of the younger players some reps in practice so that they're ready for the next game and understand the defense a little better. But the Braves will be facing the winner of the Wyoming Fenwick game on Wednesday night here at Tomahawk Stadium. Now, of course, we do have 2:25 left. Ball's down. Braves are playing.
Oh, we have to come up with that ball. That's a.
So number 28, Sam Markowitz, in there. And Rory
Very
does
nice
a great
pickup
job
by
of
Rory
vacuum cleaning that ball up to Owen Taylor. I'd like to see Owen Taylor get a score tonight as a freshman.
I think
Ben Frazier's going to score.
Ben's going to do it again. That'd be 6, I believe.
I think that might be 7, Mike. I'd
7?
have to check the official scorebook, but I believe it's 7 for Mr. Frazier.
Just another day at the office for Ben.
Well, Mike, we have the score is 14-6. On the offensive side, at attack, we've got freshman Owen Taylor, who I think they're going to try to see get a goal tonight. You have senior Ryan Hill wearing number 25, and Ben Frazier. At faceoff, we have Zach Schneider. In the wings, we have number 34, Jake Young.
Sam comes up with a nice face-off win there.
That was Sam Arkowitz with the face-off, I'm sorry. So they're going to try to feed the ball into the senior Ryan Hill here, who's posting up, and I don't think
Owen Taylor launches
so
one from up top.
Playoff debut gets the score, Mike. That's a great goal for Owen Taylor. So the Braves go up 15-6 with 1:34 left in the game.
You said 17, so
17.
I think we might be able to actually do that. 15 or 17. I think 17's. They seem to have pulled it together here, and it all starts at the faceoff X.
So I've wanted to see Owen Taylor make that goal tonight. If we look into the stands, there's Michael Taylor smiling and happy that his son got a goal in the playoff game. So we have number 30 in for the Braves, which is Jackson Barngrover, who gets called for a loose ball push. It's going to be the Braves on defense now. Summit picks the ball up. So right now on defense, we've got a very young defense out there. We got Grant Goiters for his first. And Young's been pulled out of the game. We've got the sophomore goalie Cam McMillan in, who makes a great clear to Ryan Mullaney, who dishes the ball to Owen Taylor, who's going to bring it into the box with a minute to go. So the Braves are going to try to keep this ball for the last possession, and they've given the ball to their famous So the Braves call a timeout with 50 seconds left. I think Coach McKay wants Frazier to get the ball back down to X and let's play keep away. Frazier likes to keep the ball with under a minute left and say, take it from me if you can.
More times than not, that turns into a goal because you get teams overcommitting and trying to fight him for the ball, and he'll put that roll on him and go straight to the goal.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up this game tonight with about 50 seconds left, the freshman coaching staff making their debut in the state playoff runs are going to get their first win with probably what's going to end up being a 15-6 game on head coach Tim McKay's birthday. So happy birthday, Coach, as you get another win for the season and go and improve to a 10-and. Does that make us 10-5, Mike?
I believe that's correct.
So the Braves have the ball. They're going to start the ball out in the wing. I wouldn't be surprised if they still try to feed it inside to Ryan Hill. So Ben Brendamore is going to start the ball. Summit's actually pulling their goalie so that they can double the ball. You got to get a touch, Ben.
I think he already got a touch there.
Collins with the ball. Collins is going to get it to Hill. Oh, he almost scores.
Almost got it.
Almost. So the Braves, 30 seconds left in this game. They're going to double the ball. Frazier with the ball. Frazier's looking for Hill. Frazier's looking for Hill. Well, the Summit players pulled his helmet off again. Carl with the ball as this time's going to expire, and the Braves win the game. So we end the game here, 15-6. The Braves are going to face the winner of the Fenwick, Wyoming game. There's a very frustrated Summit team out on the field. The Braves will advance to the regional semifinals to face, I'm going to make a prediction here. Fenwick's going to surprise Wyoming, and we'll see Fenwick again in the regional semifinal. Here at Tomahawk Stadium Wednesday night, that game should be slated for a 7 o'clock start again. So folks, make it out to Braves land, to Tomahawk Stadium. Put on your Indian Hill Braves men's lacrosse team as they make a march into May for the state championship. This team has had one purpose and one mission all year. You know, their shooting shirts, Mike, on the back say one team, one mission, 6-7, 2014. So these guys all season have had one date in mind, and that's the state final game in Columbus on June the 7th. So folks, I'm Rob Young with Mike Fruland signing off. Stay classy, Braves, and we'll see you on Wednesday night in Tomahawk Stadium for the second round of state playoffs. Good night, folks.
Night.
Let us know what you think of this sports production on the Indian Hill Television Network by calling our viewer feedback phone at 272-4590. Phone lines are open 24 hours a day, so give us a call and tell us how we're doing. The Indian Hill Television Network would not have been possible without the support of the following contributors: Buskin Bakery, Hoppy Sign Company, Tim Rudy, Mr. Cassidy, Steve Ginn, the Indian Hill Boosters, PTO, and Maintenance Department, and the ICRC. Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.